Carl Froch is challenging Andre Ward to cross the Atlantic for the first time in his career and face him at Nottingham Forest's City Ground. Ward earned recognition as the world's supreme super middleweight when he defeated Froch in the final of the Super 6 tournament in Atlantic City. But the American has fought only twice in the 3 years and 3 months since that points victory, and the WBA are now ordering a mega rematch between him and Froch with both their belts on the line. Ward is that organization's super champion, Froch the holder of their regular world title. The Nottingham Cobra is daring the man who calls himself Son of God to nerve himself for a first fight outside the Americas. "I fought him in the US," Froch says. "Now it's only right that he comes over here." To be a truly great champion, you have to box overseas. Ward needs to be forced to travel out of his comfort zone. "I dare him. He will discover that I'm a very different animal here than I was that night on the boardwalk." That evening of December the 17th, 2011 represented Ward's only fight in more than 6 years outside his native California, where the overwhelming majority of his bouts have taken place. The closest he has come to risking his unbeaten record abroad has been in 2 relatively insignificant fights in the Caribbean in 2007 and 2008. Froch suspects Ward believes he will relinquish the WBA belt, as he did his IBF World Championship last month. But he warns, "I vacated the IBF title so as not to delay James DeGale from getting his chance any longer." "But I'm not giving up the WBA title. No way." Froch is aware that without him bringing a belt to the table, there would be little incentive for Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. to go ahead with a fight in Las Vegas, which is one of the Cobra's 2 remaining ambitions. The other is to box at the ground of his beloved Forest, which was the potential venue for a clash with America's veteran idol Bernard Hopkins. Froch accepts that the WBA mandatory ruling means Ward must now take the place of Hopkins in those talks. The WBA are giving them until the end of this month to negotiate terms before putting the fight out to purse bids. Froch expects that to happen, which might necessitate a change of dates. Promoter Eddie Hearn, with whom he meets this week to discuss strategy for the negotiations, is provisionally holding the City Ground for May 30. That is the night of the FA Cup final, and there would be a sizable overcarry of TV viewers from Wembley onto pay-per-view with Sky. But Froch says, "That is already short notice for me, and if we have to wait for purse bids, there won't be time for proper training camps for either of us." "I would hope we can find another date in middle to late June." He has been pondering retirement since his brutal KO of George Groves at Wembley. that remains an option, even though he has kept working in the gym to maintain an impressive physique, as a recent picture posted on Twitter reveals. "I will only get back in the ring for a fight that really floats my boat," says Froch. "And when you think about it, beating Ward in Nottingham would be a fantastic way to end my career." Highly regarded though Ward is, such a triumph is not beyond the realm of possibility. In fact, the timing would offer Froch his best chance of avenging one of the only 2 losses on his record, as well as inflicting a first defeat on Ward. Embroiled in promotional disputes and plagued by injuries, Ward has fought only once in 2.5 years. And that was a full year and 4 months ago in a points victory over Edwin Rodriguez, who had failed to make the weight and mostly went through the motions of a non-title bout. Froch says, "The 9 months since I knocked out George is the longest I've been out, but Ward has to be really rusty." Also, a lot went wrong for me in that Super 6 final. I was looking forward to appearing in Madison Square Garden, but it was moved to Atlantic City. Out on the shore in the cold of midwinter. Disappointing. The date was pushed back, so I had to hang around in America a lot longer than planned. It ended up a week before Christmas, and my mind was on getting home to the family instead of the fight. It'll be very different in the English summer. And what more pleasant time could there be to refloat the boat? Related articles. Previous one. The next Carl Froch told he must fight Andre Ward for a second time. Carl Frampton and Scott Quigg on collision course after Manny Pacquiao arrives in Los Angeles for training camp as Tyson Fury remains on track for fight against world champion. Share this article. Share 261 shares.